question is the trust problem. And I know we mentioned that we were talking about this even before we started our podcast today, guys. How are we defining the problem of trust? What has your experience been of how people either trust you or you've seen trust played out in a relationship? Tell us a little bit about your experiences, please.
Sure. Shall I start? Do you mind if I kick off, Oliver?
Cool.
Lovely. So I think thinking about this recently, I think trust is about our ability to predict. So we are sort of predicting engines, if you like. So we are checking, what is going on around us and what is going on inside us. There's internal and external feeds going on, and our brain is trying to predict what is going to happen next. And I think that's really at the heart of trust. Can I realistically and reasonably predict the behaviors of people in my life? And the people who are more likely to be in my life are people whose behaviors I am more accurately able to predict, even if they are potentially unpredictable in a conceptual sense, right? So you can have some people who behave erratically and you may have an affinity with them, but that will be based around a degree of prediction in respect of the unpredictability of certain elements of their behavior. And that in turn will sort of formulate part of the prediction pattern you're making. So I think in essence, trust is about predicting. Can we predict that people are going to be abiding the laws of the road? Are we able to predict that people will abide the laws of the land, etc.? Am I able to predict that I can get food from the supermarket? All these sorts of things, all these prediction engines. And so the more uncertain we are in the world, the more chaotic things seem to be, the less we feel we can accurately predict, then the bigger issues we are going to have with the concept of trust, because our prediction models are broken down. And that might be because there's been a pandemic and we can no longer predict the integrity of our health, or the ability, or the fact that other people might not be or are more likely to be a danger to us than we originally predicted, right? Even members of our own family, people in a supermarket, etc., etc. Or the fact that you might not be able to go to work because part of the measures of a pandemic were restricting people's movement and restricting people's access to livelihoods. So all those things flip our prediction models on their head. All the things that we took as certain, all the things that we thought we could rely on, are turned inside out, upside down. And I think that can shake the foundations of our sense of trust and prediction. And I think that's where a lot of us feel that we are potentially at the moment, wherever we sit on the political spectrum or the geo events spectrum of things. There is a lot, or there appears to be a lot of turbulence, a lot of uncertainty, and a lot of the things that we held to be stable, reliable institutions perhaps are perhaps not feeling quite so secure.